Welcome everyone to the Red Gold Party Patio's first inaugural party at the Mary Beth Dunnichay Aquatic Center in Elwood, Indiana. Welcome. Jimmy, can you come up? This night's not about me, it's not about politicians or any kind of political stuff. This is about the future of our community, and this is about our children. This is about thank yous. This is about acknowledging the miracles that have taken place in the transformation of this pool complex. We owe lots of gratitude, don't we, Kyle? And I know we're going to miss people, and I'm going to apologize up front, because everyone standing here today did something or some things. So, leading into it, let me apologize if we don't acknowledge you by your name. All of you were vitally important to the transformation of this complex. On behalf of a grateful mayor, a grateful city, and excited children, thank you, thank you, thank you. Give yourselves a hand. Mary Beth, come on, please. We need something beautiful on stage. Can everyone give Mary Beth Dunnichay a round of applause? Mary Beth, we're so grateful for what you've already accomplished in your young life, for what we're going to still see you accomplish in the future. But right now, we're very grateful that you would lend your name, your reputation, your accomplishments to this complex, to our city, and to the next generation of Olympic divers. Thank you.
She's a little shy. All right. First off, I'm going to go ahead and start pointing some people out in the crowd that are absolutely wonderful and help make this possible. If you saw this, most of you did, 3 months ago it was a mud hole. And the transformation is just absolutely a miracle. And all of you had a part in that in one way or the other, like the mayor said. And my representing the YMCA in this matter with Jimmy Bird, Executive Director of the Madison County YMCA, we were excited to come on board with the project when the mayor asked me if I was interested in knocking on a lot of people's doors and asking them for money and to get this pool open for the kids. And I told him that I'm on board, full on board. We've got to change the concept a bit, but I'm on board. And he said, well, let's start talking about it. Jimmy Bird had just became Executive Director of the YMCA, and he came in with a vision much like my own about wellness and fitness for our YMCA in Elwood. And as you've seen in the last week, we've made some excellent partnerships with Red Gold and St. Vincent's Health to create our wellness center uptown that's got all kinds of new equipment that we have never ever before in the history of the Elwood YMCA have had. So we're growing. So I talked to Jimmy about the pool. He looks at me like I'm crazy. He says, I've ran pools in Muncie, and this place has got 6 inches of muck in the middle of it. How are you going to do this? And I said, well, we got a community that I know wants to support the pool, and they want to do something for the kids. And I think they're going to open their pocketbooks up. They're going to get their tools out, and everybody's behind it. And we're going to push it. We're going to make it successful. And he looked at me like I'm crazy. He says, yeah, kid, whatever. So here we are. And I was just talking to him a few minutes ago, and he says the transformation has just been absolutely crazy. And I never dreamed, and congratulations. I said, well, it's not me. It's not Ron. It's a lot of other people. We just knocked on doors and asked for money. And we got a lot of money, and enough to do this. And we're still collecting money, and we're still going to have fundraisers to make sure this thing stays open. It's one thing to get it open, it's another thing to keep it open. So I'm sure you all see us again in the near future. But the workers of the city that came out and under the guidance of the mayor and other department heads has been overwhelming. First off, we need large round of applause for Tom Doan, who is our building commissioner. He's the guy in the orange shirt over here. His head's getting red, you see it? He doesn't like all that. Come on up here, Tom. Come up here.
Kyle and I knew we would have no problem coming out and talking to all of you folks and being the chairpersons for the Capitol campaign. But neither one of us can swing a hammer and build anything. So we quickly said, now we know our strengths and we really know our weaknesses. Who is going to be that other person that leads the heaviest end of this project? And we didn't even have to ask Tom Doan to do it. He was there waiting, willing. Without his leadership, we would not be standing here today. Anyone who's worked with him, around him, you know of his dedication to this community. Not because I asked him to do it, not because he felt required to do it, but because he wanted to do it. I'll be forever grateful. I hope you all are. And again, Tom, thank you.
So Tom's wife, where's she at? You can have Tom back. Tom and I have been sitting on picnic tables for the last week and a half, about 1 in the morning every night. I've learned more about him. He's probably learned more than he's ever wanted to know about me, but we spend a lot of late nights here, as well as a lot of other people. Glenn Murray from the water department. Let's give a round of applause for Glenn Murray. We also put a lot of time in. I'm going to go around. We've got just doing a city worker thing. Juan Ochoa back here from the water department helped us out a bunch. Searching them out. Terry Six did a great job for the Elwoods. He was one of the Elwood workers. Dwayne Cosby from the water department did an excellent job. Was out here on a daily basis. As was the sewage department, the water department. They all came out. Everybody's got ownership in this. They were excited to help. The police department, the fire department. This stage we stand on, a lot of the firefighters helped build this stage. So those guys were absolutely unbelievable, as well as a lot of other volunteers from organizations such as Huntington Bank, Star Financial Bank, First Farmers Bank. Some sororities came out and put their time in. I know Allison Atwood's, the clerk, her office came out and did some work on a few days. The water department, led by Rose Fry, came out and did some work. Some churches came out. I can't think of all the names right now, but everybody came together. It was absolutely wonderful. Now, even the gas company came out. And that's where we're going to get to. The donors that are here that I see that I want to recognize. And we got some roofers that Ron wants to recognize.
I want to call some gentlemen up here that they were out here when no one else was here in the very, very beginning. And at least to my face, they didn't tell me I was crazy. Probably when I walked away, they did. But they were on that roof of that bathhouse, looking down into holes and total ruin inside that building. And they were looking out a bird's eye view of a hole in the ground with muck in the bottom of it and a whole lot of disrepair. And they didn't go home and they didn't give up. Ken Horning, are you still here in the audience? As Integrity Builders, Ken, are you still out there? Thad, are you still out there? Stand up. Come here, Thad. Butch, are you still out there? Yeah. Mitchell, are you still out there? Yeah. Give these guys a round of applause. These men are visionaries. They saw something where there wasn't anything. And they didn't give up. And the first thing we had to do was put a roof on that building before we could do anything else. I've told them personally, I want to tell them publicly. I will be forever grateful. This community owes you a huge debt, and I will never forget what you gentlemen did. Thank you.
Okay, now to the donors. Guy with the green Tommy Bahama shirt over here to my right, the good-looking gentleman. We're standing in his patio. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause, Mr. Brian Riker from Red Gold. Excellent donor. He helped us out tremendously. We've got the president of Veteran North, good friend of mine. I've known him for a whole 2 weeks. Where's he at? Brad Ellsworth. Thank you very much, Mr. Brad Ellsworth from Veteran. What else we got out there? We got East, our biggest, the people that kicked us off and started this thing on the fast track and got it going and got people that it lended it credibility. It was ECDC, and Jeff Poe is here from ECDC. He's also doing the DJing. Give it up for Jeff Poe and ECDC. We got White Construction, is that correct? The wind farm guys is how we call them. We got Marcus here from the White's Construction, the guys putting up the big wind farm out there. They were instrumental in helping with the electric stuff. Give a round of applause for White's Construction. Some other things, John Davis over here to my left did the landscaping, donated all of his time, donated the mulch and the product. Thank you, John Davis. Shannon Huffman, where's he at? Park Board President. Thank you very much, Shannon Huffman. Stood on the corner and collected money. Also, my community service workers. They did a tremendous job. Sorry they had community service, but they did, so we put them to work, and they did an excellent job. They're not all here, but we appreciate everything that they did, and it's an excellent program ran by Shannon, and he put them out here to work, and they did just an excellent bang-up job. They didn't just sit down and not do anything. They actually got to it, felt a sense of ownership and pride, and that's what we were out to instill. So thank you very much for Shannon. A couple other acknowledgments. We got Bill Savage, who was the treasurer for the Elwood Community Council, who's been out here taking pictures and keeping everybody up to date on Facebook and on emails. Thank you very much, Bill, for all that you do for the city. Marcy Fry from the Elwood Chamber of Commerce was here. Thank you, Marcy, for helping us promote the pool. I think I'm catching it. Am I missing anybody? I think that's about it. And the artist, the guy that painted the murals. Come on up, Chuck. This is a pool party. Chuck Dickey, ladies and gentlemen, he painted the life-size, bigger than life-size portraits of Mary Beth and stuff like that out front. Did an excellent job. He's a local artist. Give it up for Chuck Dickey. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you, Tom Doan. Yeah, you want to say a word, Chuck? Go ahead.
Well, I'm just so glad that we have someone in our community that our kids can look up to. And we got to thank Mary Beth for lending her name to this and for validating the dreams of our young people. She's shown that you can go out after what you want and achieve it, and she's the best candidate to name this pool after. So
Awesome.
I'm grateful to have somebody that inspires me to the work that will also inspire our kids.
Thank you, Chuck. Sandy Murray over here. Thank you guys for helping for today and for everything you guys have been out here working, doing all kinds of stuff, painting and everything. Lisa Hobbs, thank you for your work. Jacob Dunnichay was out here. Marion, thank you for your help today organizing the reception. It's beautiful. It's great. It's beautiful. It's great. And one last thing before we get you back to going out and talking to everybody and everything else. This is for the kids. And although we're having our fun this evening, the real fun starts on Saturday at noon when we cut the ribbon and all these kids coming running in and getting in the pool, and the look on their face and the smiles and the excitement that we've given them. All of you have given them. And it's about the kids. And I say the seniors, being part of the YMCA, we're going to have senior swim, stuff like that. So we'll get you. So it's about the kids. It's not about us. It's all about the kids, and we're excited about what's going on with the pool and what's going on in our community. We're trying to lift the morale, and I can feel it, and there's a buzz. So if we can just take this, just keep positive with it, it's going to be an absolutely bigger miracle than it already is. We'll say something.
if I could, on the YMCA's behalf, I'd like to say what an honor it is to be a part of this. But what I want to do is a project of this magnitude certainly takes a village, and appreciate everybody that's been a part of it. But I want to pay a special thanks to the mayor and Judge Noon. I can't tell you the amount of hours that I have spent with them, and the amount of hours I know they've spent on their own and with some of you working on this. If you could join me in just recognizing the mayor and Judge Noon for their hard efforts on this project.
I see Mary Dunnichay in the back. I think Jerry went back to work, didn't he, Mary? He was here earlier. A special heartfelt thank you to the Dunnichay family, the legacy that you're leaving, the footprint, the huge footprint on this community. Thank you, Mary, to you and Jerry. Thank you to the next generation, Marion and Ned, to this generation. Thank you. If you all have been out here, this family's been out here together, pulling weeds, sweeping, cleaning, painting, anything that needed to be done. They did it as a family. Just can't imagine how inspiring that is to watch that family work together. Every kid, every parent, everyone, that whole family out here working. Thank you. As Jimmy so kindly mentioned, Kyle and I have spent a lot of time on this over the last 5 months. And I want to thank our wives, Danielle, my wife Jennifer, holding our grandson Kelvin. As they carry the weight when we're out talking to you all and saying, what are you doing? It's 11, it's 1:30. I hope now you see. But also, professionally, I haven't been in the office very much. And there's a city operating and a whole lot of things going on, and I hope you see other things happening in the city. I could not have done it without a very, very special assistant, Stacy Anderson. Would you come up here so everyone knows who you are? She's there to still take the phone calls, to feed me my call list that I haven't called yet. If you've called me, I haven't returned your call, but she's got the list. And then she's out here at night with her husband Michael, and they're painting and they're moving. She designed the patio that you're standing in, and the Reichert family and Red Gold so kindly underwrote. Thank you for never saying no.
A couple other people need to be recognized. Elsa Corporation, also St. Vincent's Hospital in Elwood. There's a couple corporations that came through. The Optimist Club, I think, is going to get on board with us this next week. We look forward to that. All the banks in town. H&H Signs, yes. Is Alicia still here? Alicia, thank you for all the signs, all the beautiful signs we put up. Community Hospital in Anderson also helped out. So, anyway, also the sound system that you don't hear, but you're going to hear when you come out and swim. Lloyd's put in a sound system up here that's absolutely fabulous. They do a great job. Think of them. If you ever redo your sound system at home, think about them and give them a call. We also had Cadet, who donated the chairs, some of the Chase lounges you see. We also had the Adirondacks donated from a company in Alexandria named HDP. So, also E&B Paving gave us the umbrellas that you see up by the lifeguard stations. And I think that's pretty much about it. There's a few we probably didn't get. The McDonald's contractor also helped us. The guys that are doing the new McDonald's out here that opens up this week on my birthday, the 31st. So if you're looking for presents, I'll take a free hamburger. So, all that said, we'll get the music cranked back up. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's have one last round of applause. It's for the kids. Thank you. Dive into Elwood. Thank you.